Alright, everybody. Hey, good evening, or good morning, I should say. It's 3:25 Eastern Standard Time here. And, of course, my little baby girl is up. And, okay, harsh life, you know. Life in the House of J's. But I just had to do me a little commentary. Okay? This is our first commentary. And, okay, little kitty patootie. Y'all gonna have to excuse my little munchkin here, okay? Okay. Excuse the little munchkin, okay? Alright, so here we are. I'm doing my first commentary because let's just be real. Everybody is up listening to this Nikki Minaj No Frauds, okay? Now, before I started doing the commentary thing, you know, before I really got the channel up, I was listening to, you know, I listened to Sheether, just like everybody else. Listened to it and was like blown away. Okay, I was like, oh my goodness. Then Remy Ma, you know, waited a couple days and then she dropped the song Another One, which was not as fire as Sheether. But I mean, that's more so I thought that was more so of kicking a dead dog, okay? Now let's just be honest, you know. Let's just be honest. When she sheethered Nikki Minaj, she sheethered the bitch, okay? I'm not trying to, I don't hold bars. That's one thing you're gonna learn about my channel. I am one of those people that are politically not correct, okay? No. She sheethered the hell out of her, okay? And then, you know, everybody's like, oh, well, you know, the Another One was whack and that killed Remy. No, not really. It was just kicking the dead dog. And yeah, the song wasn't great. But I mean, I'm more so running along the lines of maybe she should have came out with the Another One song to ease us into Sheether. Okay? Because anything after Sheether was going to be like, whatever. You know, but that's not take away from the fact that, okay, she was dead. Nikki was dead, okay? So you can call Another One whack all you want to, but she was already dead, so it don't really matter. You know, that's just like me going to kill somebody, and then if I go tap them, that don't bring them back to life. They still dead, no matter how light the second tap was. Okay, she dead. It was a wrap. Okay, so now it's been about 2 weeks now, and Nikki Minaj drops a feature song. Like, Remy Ma did 2 songs, whether you like the Another One or not. She did 2 songs by herself. Okay, going in on Nikki. 2 songs by herself. No feature rappers on there. So you know, it's like you have to ask yourself, do you just don't have the bars? Can you just not rap? That you just all you got in you is like, you know, all you got in you is a verse. Remy Ma went in 7 minutes for you, and then Another One, you know, I think was like 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, whatever. But they were both all by herself. She didn't have featured, you know, people on there. So I mean, I just listened to that song and that's my face after listening to the verse. Okay. No, Nikki, please. Okay, and I'm one of those people that my brother, you know, he loved Nikki Minaj back in the day, even when she was, you know, going up against Lil' Kim and everything. Because I'm in my 30s, so I remember when, you know, Lean Back, you know what I mean, with Remy Ma, you know what I mean, Foxy Brown, Remy Ma, I remember that. Now, let's just be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love R&B, I love pop, I love, you know what I mean. But I know good lyrics and good, you know, rap when I hear it, you know, so I know when somebody is really, you know what I mean, going at somebody, okay? And first of all, let's just get, you said her pussy whack. Okay, first of all, this is what I got from the whole thing. Your verse sounded like you were saying, nah, you ugly and I got more money. like a little kid in the schoolyard. Okay, the rhymes were like, we were in the 5th grade on the damn monkey bars, and you trying to bully me, but I looked at you like, okay, you can call me ugly, but there's somebody for everybody. I mean, you know, it's just like one of those things. But then you saying, you said her pussy whack, but I mean, let's just be honest. Her pussy can't be that whack. She got a man that waited for her while she did 6 years, okay? And he's still there. He's still faithful. He's still by her side. Okay, 6 years, and we talking about a man. We ain't talking about a woman, because you know, women is quick to wait for some dude to get out of, to get out of the pokey. Yes, I said pokey, okay? You know, women is quick to wait for men to get out the pokey, but a man waiting on a woman to do 6 years? Come on. And took care of her, and was taking care of her kid, her son. Stop it. Her pussy can't be that whack if he waited 6 years. And let's just be honest, Papoose ain't exactly an ugly dude. You know what I mean? He ain't exactly no ugly dude. So he waited 6 years for her to get out of prison. So her pussy can't be that bad. And you can't really poke at that, Nikki, because you single and unmarried, and you got all the butt lists and all the nose and all of that you got going on. Like, I ain't in the surgery room, so I don't know what you got, honey. But whatever, whether you got the surgery or whether you not got the surgery, and you call yourself, oh, you the baddest chick, but you single, you not married, you broke up, you're not with Meek Mill, you're not with Safari, and she's married with her, she's married, has been married for some years, had a man that when she got out gave her her dream wedding, waited for her for 6 years. So you can say she looking like, nah, all you want to, but obviously somebody love it and you still single. That's just like that old saying that old people used to say, honey, I could make all the money in the world, but money ain't gonna hold me tight at night, okay? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But and then it's another thing, you want, that's your whole big comeback is, you can't be Pablo if if your records ain't selling. So then you came back. So that's the money thing. Everybody kept saying, Nikki, if all you got to say is I got more money than you and more record sales, please don't come with that. But you still decided to come with that. But you decided to follow it up with some shit with LeBron James. I had to, gotta cover my baby ear up, because even though she only a couple months, I still don't want her first words to be, tough words. But seriously, that's what you came back with. People kept telling you, don't come with the I got more money and more record sales, but that's exactly what you came with. And then you want to come back and, oh, you got more records and you cuter than her. Okay. I guess. I don't know. It's like one of those, I guess. Is that, let's just be real. Everybody, let's just be honest. It was horrible. The line was corny. Your verse was corny. And you took 2 weeks to come up with a fucking whack ass corny comeback. Why did it take you close to 2 weeks to come with that? 2 weeks? It took you 2 weeks to write a verse? And then you came with the verse that everybody told you not to come with. Really? Girl, I'm gonna need you to go back with your pen and paper. You know what I mean? Like we back in school, okay? I'm gonna need you to go back and redo it. Because you know what you got on this paper? You got an F. For being brave enough to come back after 2 weeks and everybody already said you was dead and that you just was not gonna do it, I give you a D. How's that? That's my grade for the day. Okay, that's my grade for you. You got a D. Okay, now if you want, you can make up. You know, you could make up, because you can do a back to back or whatever you could do. I didn't even take, because the No Frauds was so fraudulent. I didn't even listen to the other 2 songs you did, honey, because I didn't care at this point. At that point, because I'm guessing, you know, I ain't even gonna guess. I'm just gonna say I didn't care. I didn't care to hear no other ones, because that disappointed. It did. It disappointed, and it shouldn't have disappointed that bad. It should not have. Not when you took 2 weeks to do it. And when you took 2 weeks to do it, it should have been a solo song. Okay, for 2 weeks, you should have had Drake and Wayne write you a whole song instead of jumping on the verses. You should have just had a whole song. No, you had one verse, and that one verse didn't do nothing. Like, it didn't do nothing, and it just sounded. I got more money and you ugly, but she got a husband and you don't. So it's like, how do you can't even justify that. You can call a person ugly all you want to, but when you look in the mirror, she got a husband that waited for her for 6 years, and you ain't got nobody. You single as hell. Yeah, you in Paris, but you single. And the only reason why I bring it up is because you brought it up to the fact that, oh, you ugly and your pussy whack, but she had a man that waited for her for 6 years, and she's married. When she got out, he gave her a, you know, beautiful wedding and whatever. And then you want to talk about who shoots their friend over a stack. Girl, honey, please. I done seen people shoot people for $100. Okay, people will do some crazy things people will do some things that's strange for some change. Okay, I don't care if it's $1, I don't care if it's $100, I don't care if it's $1,000. People will do stuff. I mean, everybody know things escalate, and you know things escalate, and guess what? She ended up popping her. But just to let you know, that should let you know that you maybe need to sit down. If she willing to pop somebody over a stack, you might want to sit down and leave her alone, because she about that life. Just saying. Just a little bit of advice. But again, you get a D for that whack No Frauds track you did. Feature, I should say, with your one little verse. You get a D. That's my grade for you. That's your grade. Peace. Hodge life. Wait for the next commentary. Make sure you guys like and subscribe below.